Okay, I don't have a lot of disk space left before I have to start deleting videos. And I've recorded a lot of videos. I've only posted 2 of them so far, but I've recorded probably 10 or so videos, ranging from like 30 minutes to an hour a piece. So this will probably be the last one that I can actually record. Honestly, I just want to play the game more than I want to do the recording thing. I want to do the recording thing too, because it's fun. But I'm just talking to myself. I'm just thinking about what I gotta do. Try to do this YouTuber thing or whatever. I'm just having fun, man. I'm not trying to I'm not trying to make high quality content. I mean, I'm trying to make reasonably good quality content, but I'm just trying. First and foremost, I'm trying to enjoy myself. Secondly, good quality content. So, right now, what I'm doing is, I was really happy with the way the last mission went. Like, really, really happy with the way the last mission went. Didn't have a lot of margin. So, now, what I'm doing is I'm setting up for a min-miss. We're basically just going to do the exact same thing, but instead of going to the moon, doing a flyby the mun, we're going to do a flyby min-miss. I'm going to try to make this video short. Last video had a lot of grinding in it, and I do want, because it would be really easy to just open the cheat menu and lie, but that's not the point. I really want this to be a honest to God run. A lot of people fake things on YouTube and this and that, and I don't want to be that guy. I did reload a save. You know, I said this was going to be a permadeath and all that stuff, and I did reload a save, and I seriously considered throwing away the entire run after that and just starting over from scratch, but I already put like several hours worth of work into it. A lot of it was just grinding, and if you watch the way that Valentine plummeted into the ocean, it was fairly stupid, in my opinion, the way that all transpired. So yeah, I did reload, and sure, I mean, if something silly happens, if something's goofy like that, I reserve the right to reload. I'm gonna say that it doesn't invalidate the run, this and that and the other. Ideally, I will not be reloading save. Like if for instance I mess up a mun landing and just absolutely plummet Jeb into the surface of the mun because I didn't calculate well enough the trajectory or this, that, or the other. Yeah, I'll keep that. I will not reload that. But that one where it was just an easy mission, I was just grinding for money, and I was more concerned with looking at Instagram Reels than I was at actually looking at my screen. Sure, I'll reload that one because, well, that just didn't feel good. I didn't. You get the point. I hope you understand the point at least. At any rate, got about 2,000. No, we almost have 3,000 meters a second worth of delta V. Not quite in orbit yet. Hoping that I can get the orbital injection with this stage and not have to stage, and then we can have that nice juicy 2,000 meters a second stage all to myself. It's looking like I am actually going to end up having to stage before we make it to orbit. But that's okay. This rocket does have quite a bit more. The last rocket I was using, I missed the orbit a little bit. I did fall further than what I intended to. Kind of takes away from the efficiency of this whole thing a little bit. That last rocket, this rocket kind of to an extent, it was, oh man, I really messed up that launch. I really didn't do a good job. I'm gonna scrub this launch. See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, this is an instance where I want to scrub the launch, but I'm not gonna reload the save to scrub it. I am just gonna scrub it, and I'm gonna eat the funds, the cost of this rocket. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Like, an instance like this, I would never reload a save for an instance like this. But I am scrubbing this one just because I did a horribly inefficient orbital burn. And while I might have had the Delta V to make it to my destination and back, I really want to give myself plenty of margin on the Minmus run, because it's much more difficult to get a gravity assist off of Minmus to get the free return trajectory. It's difficult to get it off the moon, but it's almost pointless to even do gravity assist off of Minmus because the mass of that body is so small. It really doesn't make a lot of sense to even attempt that. Anyway, we're scrubbing this one. Speaking of scrubbing, I gotta scrub up my hard drive because my hard drive's getting full up with these videos. I don't think I'm recording in 4K. I hope I'm not. I hope I'm recording in 1080p. I might check all that stuff too and make sure, because I don't even think I'm rendering this game in 4K. I think I'm rendering this game in 1080p. But I know my KSP videos file is like almost 70 gigs at this point, and I've only recorded like 10 videos. This format would make a lot more sense or anything like that. I would much rather just post to my YouTube long form Let's Plays. Back in the day, back when I hate back whens. I hate people who say, don't live back in the day, we live now, bro. It doesn't matter if it was good back in the day, we live now. Alright, I can't wait to unlock auto struts either. That would be really nice. That'll be a really nice upgrade when I can finally afford to get it. While I did add a lot, I essentially doubled the size of my orbital module. I'm not going to get nearly double the amount of Delta V out of it because of the dreaded rocket equation, but I'm really hoping that I can at least get the orbital insertion off of this, which is looking like I'm really close to being able to get. I need to remember not to fire the engine this time too. Go ahead and drop that extra mass, and then let's float to Apoapus. And let's not overshoot our Apoapus either. Let's actually try to hit it. Yeah, I'm going to end up having the stage. I'm not going to make it to orbit with this stage alone. I was really hoping to. I don't think that I'll need to do a lot of maneuvering. I have to do a fair bit of maneuvering, but I don't think that I'll have to do so much maneuvering that it'll be that much of a problem. So the reason I scrubbed the last launch, if you don't know, if you fall past your apoapse before you actually insert into orbit, it's really not. It's a huge amount of delta V wasted because you're losing the delta. You're losing the. You're fighting gravity at that point. Right now, I'm not fighting gravity. Up until I get to that point of apoapse, I am not fighting gravity. I would like to insert basically as soon as I get to that point, but that's not possible because I can't like just explode all the fuel out of the back of my rocket immediately. I need the stage. I was talking. Ooh-wee, I about missed it again. Up until that point, I'm not fighting gravity. As soon as I pass that point, I'm fighting gravity, and then I'm wasting delta V fighting the gravity. I also want to make this as small of an insertion as possible, save as much. Okay, got almost 1,500 meters a second worth of delta V. It's going to take about 900 meters a second of delta V to get out to Minmus. I need to also match the angle. I forget what it's called exactly. The centricity, eccentricity, the ellipse. I need to this thing. I'm not 100% sure on all my vocabulary. So you go to the descending node, and you either add normal or anti-normal until they flip on each other. Wow, that's a lot of delta V. That's 256 meters a second of delta V. And then I forgot how much that delta V cost. Okay, we have a free return. That's 930 meters a second of delta V with a free return. I should be able to clean that up a little bit too. Okay, so I did that way cleaner than last time. Alright, I'm going to commit to that. I'm going to commit to this. I think this is probably about as efficient as I can get it. I need to start the burn in 50 seconds. Burn time 21 seconds. I don't know that I have to do a close flyby. Ideally, I would make this a close flyby so I can maximize the science, but if I find that it's going to cost too much delta V and I'm not going to be able to make the return, then I'm not going to do that. This does set me up on a free return, though. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and delete... No, I'm not. I'm not going to delete this maneuver node. I do want to see. Alright. Let's do it. Now I'm going to delete the maneuver node. Okay. That's still got us on our free return. So that's good. I have 500 meters a second worth of delta V to play with. That's good. That's really good. And I want to get a close flyby, but also be able to afford the return. Oh yeah, I'm going to be able to do it. It doesn't take hardly any delta V to do maneuvers out this far. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. Where does that put us? Still showing us on a free return trajectory. Beautiful. It's 1.6 meters a second worth of delta V. Heck, I could rescue Jeb with this vessel if I had a seat. If I had an actual seat that I could grab him with, though. I haven't forgot about you, Jeb. I just can't save you. I just don't have the ability to save you. I haven't forgot about you. What I'm doing there is I'm limiting the thrust on my engine, so that when I do this deep space maneuver, or this like really low gravity maneuver, I don't like blow way past it, because it's only 1.6 meters a second at delta V. If I full throttle even for like a second, it'll just blow me right past it. So if I limit the throttle, then I can very, very incrementally adjust my orbit. So I get that close flyby that I'm looking for. This vessel was definitely a little bit over-engineered, but based on the last, based on that very, very first mission with Jebediah, I would rather over-engineer my rockets just a little bit and ensure the safety of my Kerbals than under-engineer them and risk absolutely just destroying them. Cool. So we got the free return. Pretty sure our heat shield will be strong enough to save us from that. Let's go ahead and float to our apoaps. I'm hoping here we can pick up enough science to get the Science Junior. And if we can get the Science Junior, we can just repeat the previous two missions, the mission to the Mun and this mission right here, but with the Science Junior, and then we'll be able to pick up the next few techs that will be really important for saving Jebediah. That's the Minmus escape, so let's do warp to the Minmus encounter. Cool. There it is. So let's get a crew report. Keep that. Let's get a mystery goo. Keep that. Let's get log pressure data. Keep that. Log temperature data and keep that. And let's get EVA. The EVA report, keep that. Let's go ahead and take the crew report out of the module there. Cool. Now, let's float down here. Get a little bit closer. Okay. Let's get a mystery goo. Let's keep that. Let's log pressure data, keep that. Log temperature data, keep that. Get a crew report, keep that. Get an EVA report, and keep that. Let's go ahead and take that data and board. If we can, I don't think we're gonna make, yeah, we're not gonna fly over the, you can hit multiple biomes sometimes, but we're just not we're over the lowlands. We're just not going to end up being able to hit multiple biomes. So I think that's all the science we can get out of Minmus right now. Let's go ahead and fast forward just a little bit. I want to be really, really careful when I do this. Okay, just for safety's sake, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to, because I have the Delta V and for safety's sake, I don't think it's necessary, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend my orbit just a little, or I'm going to just barely give us a little bit, so I'm not just slamming into the planet. Because it's 5 meters a second worth of Delta V. Really, I don't plan on going anywhere else. I have 500 meters a second worth of Delta V. It would be much safer to do this than to risk shooting her into the Valentine into the planet at such a high velocity. Although I do have a heat shield and all the stuff, and I think it would be enough to safely re-enter, I just don't want to risk it. I just don't want to risk it. So much so that even when I do get in here, I'm going to use the remainder of my fuel to go ahead and slow us down before we even get into the aero braking part. Because we're going really fast. Not like super fast, but pretty fast. We'll go ahead and wait till we get into the atmosphere. About right here. We'll go ahead and close these bay doors up just in case. And we'll go ahead and turn off the thrust limiter. Cool. Now, this is going to be a really long aero brake. It is just going to be a really long aero brake. I could have made this way faster by not doing what I just did here, but maximizing safety. And once we fall below like 40,000 into the atmosphere, it's going to speed up quite dramatically. But these first few passes, we're probably going to pass around the planet several times before we actually slow down. But when we do capture or like get back into where we're going to actually hit the ground, we're going to be going really, really slow. We're going to be going very, very safe speeds. And we'll just fly around the planet a few times and let that run its course. I definitely don't envy Bradley Winston's. I've seen some of his videos about his aero braking, and oh my god, that guy is insane. That guy is in a good way. I mean, no disrespect. That man is he takes this game very seriously, and it shows. But he'll do aero brakes for like hours and hours. He'll set up maneuvers where his aero brakes just go on forever, it seems. But I don't know. Big inspiration of mine for KSP. Definitely a huge inspiration. Big shout outs to him. As if I'll ever be more famous than him, but still. You're my hero, Bradley. Yeah, I hate the way that I did this, but that's okay. It's still going to work. I'm not going to cut the video either. I'm just going to go ahead and keep the recording. Everyone can kind of see what's going on here and what I'm going to end up, what I'm doing, but you get the picture. I'm not going to cut. I'm just not going to cut because I do want to document everything on this run as best that I can. If I miss a video here or there, it's not because I'm trying to cheat, it's because I'm probably an idiot and accidentally deleted one of the videos in the sequence and didn't think about it or didn't post it before I deleted it to clear up space. Yeah, I'm really happy. These last few missions have gone off largely without a hitch. I love coffee. Coffee's good stuff. Around and around we go. This has only been a 24-day mission, though. I mean, even with this like ridiculously extended aero brake maneuver, it's actually been a relatively reasonable amount of time to put someone through. 1 month to go to Minmus and back. It's not bad. I could have cut that time down by like several days too. Well, maybe not several days, but at least a couple days if I hadn't have done this ridiculously long aero brake. Unnecessarily long aero brake at that. Okay. How many more times we gotta go around? Probably 3 more times, I'm guessing. Maybe 2 more times. I don't think we get it. I know we don't get it on this one, but we might get it on the second one. I could open these up too and increase drag a little bit as well. I don't think we're at risk of burning up any of our science equipment at this point. If that falls to 40, then we're definitely, whenever that gets down to 40,000 meters, we're home free. We're dropping about significantly fast on the other side. I'm not sure if that's 100,000 per lap or if it's less than that. It's a little different every time as we get deeper and deeper into the atmosphere on our peri-apps, but really we're looking at the apo-apps at this point. To kind of get a judge of where we're going to be. Let's see if we can get it in this lap around. We might be able to. I bet we have to go around one more time. How much ablator we got left? We got plenty of ablator left. Let's see if this drops 100,000 meters or not. I don't think we climb out of 40,000 meters. I think as soon as we hit 40,000 meters, we pretty much are back in. We're definitely going to end up going around one more time, though. Yeah, that's dropping 100,000 per. Yeah, we get it. If we don't get it this lap, we get it the next lap around, 100%. I don't think we're getting it this lap, though. We're going to end up going around one more time. Right? Maybe? What's my altitude right now? No, we get it this lap. No? It's going to be close. It's going to be really close. We're definitely getting it next lap. I think we're getting it this lap. I think we are. Maybe not. Oh, it's so close. It's so close. We're getting it this lap. I think we're getting it this lap. Oh, it's slowing down so much. Oh, we're not getting it this lap. We're gonna go one more time around. That's okay. I guess half a lap. I don't really know how you'd count that. That was really close. Okay, that was a long video. I think the aero break ended up being longer than the actual mission, but that's okay. Do we get to land on the light side of the planet? I think we do. I don't like landing in the dark. No one does. I mean, you might like landing in the dark. No shame in that. Is that Minmus off in the distance we see right there? I think it is. Yeah, it is. It's Minmus. There's the Mun. There's Minmus. Right in between the little V of our bays. Alright, let's go ahead and close up the bays. And let's get ready for landing. I'm really hoping that we can pick up the Science Junior. Looks like we're gonna land in this field up here. This is pretty close to the KSC, isn't it? No, this is the other. This is the other continent. This is. Yeah, this is on the other side of the planet from the KSC. The further away your vessel is, the less fun rewards you get from recovering the vessel. There is actually a reason to try to land your vessels back directly at the KSC. It doesn't affect your science gain at all in any way, but it does affect the money that you get back from recovering your vessel. It's really not that small. It's really not that big of a deal. Whether or not you recover at the KSC or not, I have no idea. It's like a small percentage, though, based on the distance from the KSC. Cool. Let's see what we got. I'm hoping for like 20, 25 science points. I don't think that we can do a crew report. Yeah, we've already done the grasslands. Awesome. It was 50. Wait, no, it was 29 for that mission. We have 55 total. That's a big deal. That's a really big deal. Okay. What we got? We need to get this. We get this, and then we rerun the missions, and then we get this, so that we can get the Terrier, and then we get flight control, so we can rescue Jeb. That's the plan. That's the plan. And also with the Terrier, we can start doing some other like stuff. Like realistically, we can go to Duna. We can go to Gilly. I think Gilly and Duna will probably be the next kind of things on our itinerary. We'll probably do a landing on Minmus. We'll probably get the Terrier, and we'll do a Minmus landing without landing gear, which will be sketchy. But it's too much investment to get to landing gear. Like the very first landing gear you can unlock, is it the LT struts? I don't think it is. There's a smaller strut. Is it in miniaturization? There is a smaller set of struts. Is it after? Where are those tiny struts? It's not in aerodynamics. It's not in aviation. It's non-stability. Where are those tiny, tiny landing struts? I don't already have them, do I? No. Oh, how about that? It's in survivability. All right, yeah, then we can do a Minmus landing. We can actually put landing gear on our Minmus landing craft. Cool. Okay, cool. Then we're gonna do basic science. We're gonna pick up the Science Junior. We're gonna rerun those 2 missions. The Minmus, the Mun flyby and the Minmus flyby. We're gonna rerun those 2, and then we'll do a Minmus landing. And somewhere in between there, we'll pick up Jeb. After we get advanced rocketry, we'll probably do advanced rocketry first, and then we'll do flight controls. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna end the video here and clean up my hard drive, and probably post some of these videos so I can delete some of these videos. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching.